Maybe it's called order. Well, I usually once a night, exactly. On behalf of the board, I'd like to welcome each and every one here tonight, and if you would, please stand for the pledge of allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be seated, please. Good to see our board here tonight, everyone's present. Our staff, glad to see y'all. I know you have enjoying the summer, but I know it's a busy time for y'all. Next meeting we'll have, believe it or not, we'll be back in school. So, yeah, that's how fast time is going. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented? Motion by Mr. Davis. Second by Mr. Clark. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion passed. Are there any additions to the agenda? Next item is the consent agenda, and Dr. Bird has asked me to remove item C. This is just a slight change in it from what we've got, and you have a copy of it in your folder, and she will take that up whenever we have her report. Other than that item being removed, does anyone else have an item to remove for discussion? If not, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the elimination of number C? Motion by Mr. Joyner, second by Mr. McClurkin. All those in favor, let it be said by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion passed. Now, Dr. Bird, Director of Instruction report.
I'll start with the Odyssey Ware contract. For the past few years, we've been purchasing 50 site licenses to use in Odyssey Ware between our high schools and ALC and TLC. And we are needing to change that to 80 site licenses. So the new contract that was in your packet will be the difference in adding 30 site licenses. We had the French teacher at Wright High School resign, and we posted that position in June and have not been able to find a French teacher. So our plan, unless things change, unless the situation changes, is that we're looking to provide a French 2 to about 55 students who need French 2 through Odyssey Ware. So that's the reason we need to add those licenses for this year. And in order for us to do that, we need to have a motion for approval of that contract.
Do we have a motion to approve the Odyssey Ware contract with those changes? Motion by Mr. Clark, second by Mr. Bird. Are there any questions to Dr. Bird? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion passed.
Personnel update for 1920, we've hired 36 certified teachers, and right now we have 8 open positions that we are filling as quickly as we can. Also, just to let you know, on August the 1st, from 11 to 1, I think you all probably know about this, but just to, we want to invite you to our annual cookout that we have at Brighton High School for all of our teachers and staff. Welcome back to school again. We'd love to see you there. 11 to 1, it's a come and go, so everyone doesn't necessarily come at 11, but you're free to come and stay the entire time if you'd like, or just whatever fits your schedule. But August 1st, Brighton High School, 11 to 1.
Will you be cooking, Dr. Bird?
I will not be cooking. Okay. You probably do not want me to agree. Just second. The last thing I have in the packets, you have a copy of the new vision, mission, belief statements, and goals, along with the draft of our 5-year strategic plan for your consideration. We've been working diligently on those action steps here at the central office for the last few weeks. But in order for us to proceed with our action steps, we're going to need a motion for approval of the draft.
Do we have a motion to approve the strategic plan as we've received?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Joyner, second by Mr. Ship. Are there any questions to Dr. Bird about the plan? I want to commend all the people that worked on this, Dr. Combs and your staff. They put a lot of work in this in a short period of time, and I read through it, and it's really, a lot of this stuff has already been implemented, you know. It's really going, and I know Dr. Combs is ready to get going with it. As he always is.
Y'all gave us good direction, it's a good plan. Looking forward to it.
All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no, motion passed.
That's all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
I have one question. Only doing enrollment with the Tennessee College of Applied Technology. Have you heard of interest in that?
Yes, sir. I don't know off the top of my head how many students we had this year, Mr. Patrick, do you, I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you know how many students we had to enroll at TCAT this year? I can get you that number if you like it, but yes, sir, it seems to be of interest to a lot of our high school students. And that's the same agreement that we had the past few years, to make sure it stayed pretty much verbatim what it had the last couple of years.
I will say too, Mr. Gibson, we've had an increase every year, just, every year it's gone up. Yes, sir.
I'll get you those numbers.
Any other questions? Dr. Bird, thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Fisher, Director of Operations. Good evening.
I placed within your packets the nursing contract for you to consider tonight. This is with, of course, Methodist Laverne Comprehensive School Health Agreement. And it is our nursing contract, and we do need your approval for the contract for the 2019-20 school year. That's just to provide our routine nursing services. We have 5 registered nurses and 9 licensed practical nurses that work 10 months. There's no change to the contract other than the increase in salary. But just need your approval.
You will have a motion to approve the contract as presented. Motion by Ms. Roselle, second by Mr. Davis. Are there any questions? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion passed.
Mr. Lawrence is gonna come with the bids for transportation at this time.
Okay, you should have in your packet a summary of our bid tabulations. We were over on June the 27th. We'll begin with our drug screening and alcohol testing that we do. We do each, of course, new employee, and we do randomly throughout the year, and we do between 50 and 75% of our fleet of drivers, which is well over the recommended number, so we do a lot of those each year. But Fidelity Search was our only bidder. They have done it the past couple of years. The drug screening is $28, and as you see, the alcohol screening is $10 per person.
Do we have a motion to approve the Fidelity Search? Motion by Mr. Joyner, second by Mr. Clark. Are there any questions? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion passed.
Then we have our DOT physicals. We only had one bidder this year, easily in the Lowness Family Medicine. They have done us for the past several years. The physical is a $50 charge, and the urinalysis is $10.
Do we have a motion to approve the Easley and DeLone's for the, physical? Motion by Mr. Clark, second by Mr. Farrell. Any questions? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Those opposed, no. Motion passed.
Then we have the bids for our towing. We received bids from 2 businesses. One's Jim's Towing, the other Quality Tire Towing. We've had our contract with Jim's Towing for the past several years, but this year, Quality Tire Towing submitted bids for our towing services, and in each category, they were cheaper. I questioned them about response time, making sure they had the certified personnel to tow the vehicles and the equipment to do so, and they've assured me that they do. And the response time, they guarantee 30 to 60 minutes anywhere in the county that they can be to a bus and take care of the problem. So, as you can see, Quality Tire is lower. We use them for our tires, but we never have, of course, used the towing service. But it does look like a savings of money for us there.
Looks that way, but I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite as big as Jim's Towing down there.
Right. So like I said, Jim's has had our business for the past several years, and I don't have complaints about it. So I'll kind of leave that up to you all to, but I'm kind of with you on that, because I, other than questioning them, I have not seen a lot of the trucks out, actually.
Where are they located?
They're in, I guess it would be considered a TOCA, but they're near the county line in South Tennessee County.
I'm not all in negotiations. Can you ask the gyms if you'll match?
I don't know if that's legal to do so, since it was a sealed bid that we,
What's the difference, about how much difference would it be?
it's basically $25 pretty much across the board difference per total.
I got you.
Have you figured out, off of these new numbers, what you were saving last year?
I should have put that together, but I didn't, but I'm gonna say,
I'm like Mr. Farrell, my office is right behind theirs, and I just don't see the equipment.
right. That's kind of what concerned me, initially when, that they would have the equipment to be able to provide the services that we need.
Looks like it's about $300 difference. If you go by category, you say $25 each. You've got 3 different categories with one in each one, so that's about $300 is the only big difference we're talking about
Right.
between the vehicles.
Right.
So is it worth $300 more to have a piece of that?
Personally, if I give my personal statement, I'm happy with the services that Jim's has provided. I'll say that. And I think, we know what they can do. And I feel confident about letting them retain our business. But
I'll make a motion then to approve Jim's towing.
Second. Oh, sorry.
Well, we had, Hey, we have a motion by Mr. Clark, and a second by Mr. Farrell. Yes. Are there any questions? Full vote. Any more questions? All those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
For those opposed, no. Motion passed to grant Jim's towing service to towing of our buses.
Okay. The next we have our tire bids. There are 2 different packages. One is new tires, the second is retread, and they submitted that information separately. As you can see, they're all pretty much the same. It's not a whole lot of difference when you compare the apples to apples. Hub City, on the tires we actually put on our buses are the 11R 22.5s. Hub City was 366, Stapleton was 365, Quality Tire was 366. Those are the tires that we run on our buses.
And we've used all of them in the past, right?
Right, we have. All of them have given great service. I cannot say a bad thing about any one of these since I've been here, because I've had experience with all 3 of these.
But quality is the local business, right?
Quality is local. So we might not give them the towing, but they give the tire.
I make a motion, we give it to Quality Tire. I'll second the tire bid.
We have a motion by Mr. Vincent, and a second by Mr. Farrell. Are there any questions before we vote? All those in favor, let it know by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, no. The motion passed for Hub City.
Okay.
And then Quality Tire.
Quality tire. Then we have the retreads. We've been using the Marangoni. They are just a better tread and last longer. They're a little bit more, but they last longer. We have on the retread Hub City, for what we've been using at 184, Quality Tire at 185, the Marangoni, which like I said, we've been using for the past 2 or 3 years. Stapleton had a different brand. Their highest quality is the Band Ag at 176.
I make a motion, we stay with quality.
Motion by Mr. Clark, and a second by Mr. McClurkin. Any questions? Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion passed.
And then we have our fuel bid. As you can see, Wooten was the only bidder that we had on our fuel. And they provide us extra service. They'll come and take care of our pumps, or if we have a problem with something regarding one of our pumps, filters or anything like that, they provide great service.
They have to honor these prices for board members too.
Well, I don't know if I can speak on that, but you can ask me. But Wooten is the one who is bid.
We have a motion on the, fuel.
Go ahead.
Mr. Davidson, motion by Mr. Davidson, second by Mr. Clark. Are there any questions about this bill? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion on the fuel passed.
And that's all the bids we have. I do have one, other item shared. On July the 24th at 9 a.m., we're gonna have Bluebird, one of our bus companies, bring a propane bus and do a demonstration, about using our propane. I think there actually is some grant money that may be available to purchase some of these buses, and they would, they're gonna share some of that information with us that day as well. I don't know anybody in West Tennessee other than Wheatley County who has tried this out. But, you know, if it's something we want to pursue after their visit, we can go talk to Wheatley County and see how things are progressing with them. But we would like any one of you who might be available and would like to come and check it out. They'll be here about 9 o'clock on July the 24th.
Okay.
All right.
23rd or 24th?
24th. Wednesday the 24th at 9 o'clock. And that's all.
Will they take me into Memphis for a trip?
You can speak to them on that. I'm not going to speak for anyone else, but anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Clark.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And Dr. Bishop, thank you. Wallace not here, right?
He's not, I can give you a little bit of an update as far as them, we have a roof thing going on right now. Crestview Middle School is 100% complete, that roof is completely covered and done. The only thing that's left for Crestview Middle is the flashing, the metal flashing around the outside, the trim, if you will, around the outside, they're gonna finish that up, but the roof is completely covered, it's done, except for that metal part. Munford Middle School is about 50% complete at this point, and they'll have it finished soon, and then they're gonna start, working on Covenant High School. You know, they had to remove some units and stuff from Covenant High, the cafeteria, before they do that, so that's next on the agenda. They got all the rock sucked off the top of it and everything, so they're ready to start rolling.
I think they're gonna get done before school starts.
That's the plan, that's the plan. I was talking to Donnie about that today. He, over Donnie's work, Donnie said it's gonna be tight. Donnie's work. But, you know, the plan is to be able to get that done. And, you know, of course, if the weather cooperates, that'll help some too. But that's the plan. It has been, and they've been rocking and rolling.
What are we pursuing now on the field house?
Donnie and I have been speaking with Mark and Coach Kirby as far as what kind of things we can do in-house and start working on our own. And then, hopefully we're gonna be able to do some of that roof, the adjoining roof to the gym with the money we have from the roofs that we already got out of the fund balance. Hopefully we're gonna have a little bit left, so we can start working on those roofs. We'll take that price down a little bit and we can keep working. So we're gonna be able to do something. You know, we planned it in phases.
Yeah.
They did it in phases to try to get those done. So we're gonna try to do as many things in-house as we can, and then just keep working. The group that, was it Carpenter and Moss Carpenter? I don't remember, the group that, the bid that we rejected the last time, right? They have asked to, me to negotiate with them on that, but, you know, my response was, if you wanna negotiate down to about 600,000, we'll negotiate with you. But I mean, don't.
Knock on the 1.4 million and we can talk.
So, you know, anyway, so we've kind of been there. We're still working on it, but we've been keeping everybody in the loop too. Okay.
That brings us to the financial report. Ms. Peggy, or not?
change this tonight, so. Because you liked it, we will continue doing that. So this is only in 141, the federal budget. They had some changes actually before, the year ended, but the process had already begun at the county, and so we couldn't fit this in. So this will be our first amendment, and it will only be for, the federal budget. So if you look at page 1, you can see that they have received their carryover budget money from last year. So this is money that was not spent last year for IDEA and IDEA preschool. And so now they have returned that money to them to use for this year. So that's where that $106,746 came from in the revenue section at the top. Then if you'll come down to the next place where it's special education program, that's $71,200. In the educational assistant line, they have given them, or they have moved $17,174.03 to increase that, budget for educational assistance to that $1,293,000. And then they have taken away the speech pathologist money, that $36,000, it has been removed. The next thing is contract with other agencies. They have created a new line item that wasn't there at the beginning and placed $30,095.16 in that contract with other agencies to come in and do some work with the special education students. Then I failed to highlight that next one, the other contracted services, that $23,544 has been added into that other contracted services. For us, that usually pays for special, for substitute teachers, and that amount of money has exceeded itself, and so they've got other contracted services down there. We've added $1,000 to instructional supplies and $17,115 to other materials and supplies in the special education program. On the next page, the special education equipment increased by $43,000 for a total of $53,000. So the total number of changes in that education of the handicap was $95,929 for a total in that category of $2,177,130. No changes on the rest of that page. And on the next page, the changes are in the support services at $72,220. The first item is the medical personnel. They have moved them out of instruction and into support services, and that's added that $108,189.50. They've added $36,000 to the part-time personnel. That's the $36,000 that we took away in the $71,200. Then they've added the changes in Social Security, retirement, medical insurance, all those mandatory deductions, they've added them in there. And then the contract with private agencies for $77,000. And usually that is for any kind of IDEA behavior or physical therapy, anything that they've got to spend with another private agency. And then the in-service staff development, they've added $8,894.82 for a total for support services of $389,682.41. No changes to the rest of that page. And then the indirect costs were changed to add $1,922.10. And in that transfers out, we have made that total to be $158,341. And that indirect cost fluctuates as things are actually spent. They don't give an indirect cost until the item has actually been spent. So that is maybe the number that they give 141, and may not. Depends on how things roll out the rest of the year. So you can see the additional $106,746 to give a new total of $5,779,992.74. Those are the only changes that we have currently.
Hey, what happens to the fund balances you've got
That fund balance in the federal
Yeah.
stays at 200,000. 141 gave them that $200,000 to, keep themselves floating when monies are coming in and going out. You know, Ms. Linda has to order the money, she has to write the checks, then say how much money she wants to be reimbursed, and then they send the money. Well, just in case they cash those checks before the money hits the bank, there's a $200,000 buffer. But that is the responsibility of 141 to give her that. I think that was probably 3 or 4 years ago, something like that, that they made that move. So it was there when I got here. Yes, sir. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Do we have a motion to approve the federal budget, amended federal budget?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Pearl.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Joyner. Are there any other questions for Ms. Martin? Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion passed. Thank you, ma'am. Right, Dr. Cole, do you have anything?
Not really, I think we're doing well, you know, as usual, it's always a struggle finding teachers, and, you know, especially in specialty areas like the French that we mentioned, but, I mean, we're rocking and rolling, HR's going strong as quickly as we can get, you know, the, Procurement Bates Company High School band director, he's, leaving, but just got that resignation this week, so, you know, we're trying to fill that, but, we're ready to roll. I'm really excited about y'all passing the strategic plan, so we can go ahead and on the website, we'll change the vision and mission and all that. So we'll have all the new stuff on there and start putting it on our new publications. It's gonna be nice.
We don't do a lot of fast work on it. They put it on rush, I know. From the town, so
License compliance with the state.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stay on there.
Anybody else have anything? Do we have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Mr. Brown, second by Mr. Paul. We stand adjourned.